You're watching HSTV and we're at the Raceway Docklands, and with me is the BMW Sauber F1 Team driver, Christian Klien. Christian, welcome to HSTV. How are you doing?
Nice to meet you. Very good.
So just explain exactly what it is that you do for BMW Sauber F1 Team.
Well, I'm the test and reserve driver for the team this year. My job is to do all the testing in between the races. We do a lot of these testing, and of course on the race weekend I'm there. If something happens to our drivers, it's my turn to jump in.
Like you did with Jenson Button?
Like I did with Jenson Button last year. He had a back problem in Silverstone. I did a free practice for him.
With the testing though, aren't the cars basically designed around the driver? So, or is it a case of you just sort of take the car out and say this needs tweaking, that needs tweaking, whatever, and then the drivers then personalise it for themselves?
Of course, we have a lot of we do a lot of testing where we have a lot of new aerodynamics parts, different parts. That's I do the testing for that as well. Then in the end, on the racetrack, it's down to the drivers. They do their personal setup on the car.
Okay.
But actually, every driver can sit in and do their personal setup, so it's not.
Okay. Isn't it a bit scary though with them saying we've got this new part we want to try out? We don't know if it's going to work, but isn't that a little bit scary? Or?
Everything we put on the car, we're testing it first in the wind tunnel back in the factory in Hinwil. Then we take it to the racetrack and we test it. And it's not a matter of safety. Every time you get new parts on the car and a driver feels absolutely comfortable.
The helmet that you wear is actually part of the aerodynamic setup of the car, isn't it? So that's actually tested in the wind tunnel as well, the design of the helmet. Is that true or false?
No, not the design of the helmet.
I lost the bet on that one.
You lost it, but if you test in the wind tunnel, also the helmet is fixed in the cockpit because it has, with the air floating, it has
so
something to do.
Right.
Kind of right.
Kind of right. Okay. So I only lost half of it.
But drivers, we can wear different brands of helmets.
Right. Okay. All right. So going back to when you first got started, I understand that you were taken to a go-kart race by your dad, and then you caught the bug from there. Is that right?
In the beginning, it was just for fun on the weekends. Then the problem was I started to win races, and then it went further and further up.
So the problem being that your dad then had to find the money to pay for you to get a car and go racing. But you won in your first year out, didn't you? You won, was it the Swiss Championship, was it?
Yeah, my first year of go-kart, professional go-karting, let's say. I won the Swiss Championship. And then I went to another go-kart championship. I did quite well, and then how it all started. Then I went into single-seaters. I went into Formula BMW my first year of professional motorsport, and now I'm here. But
so how's it going this year? Are you hoping that that you're going to get a drive, a permanent seat pretty soon?
Well, I did 3 years of racing already. I did 47 Grand Prix. That's also the point why BMW Sauber F1.
Yeah, because you came 16th, didn't you? Is it 2004 season? You were 16th in the rankings, yeah.
So I have a lot of experience already, and right now it's important if you have a third driver. Because testing is so limited, you don't get so much time in the car. It's important to have an experienced driver. So if he gets in the car, you know what he's doing. He knows the cars very well, and you put him in, and straight away he feels comfortable. That's why I'm doing this year, of course. But the other target is, I'm 25. I'm trying to get back to a race seat, of course.
Do you lead the Formula One lifestyle? Like you hear about Eddie Irvine and all the excesses that he gets up to with, drunken parties on the speedboats. Is that your kind of thing, or are you a bit more of a down-to-earth kind of guy?
People are different, of course.
Yeah.
And
so you're not going to give me any of the inside dirt there, are you?
No. In the old days, it was all a bit easier, of course. The parties and so on. That's maybe you have a couple of those, but more it's the you go to the races, you have all the testing, you have PR days and so on. So the main thing is serious about all this about this job.
So there's not much time for partying then. Just going
sometimes
really,
you get
really
time
fast.
for it, of course, like like every people.
All right. So what do you drive when you're not at the track?
I'm driving BMW M3.
Okay,
it's really good fun.
And because the F1 licence is actually linked to a normal road licence, isn't it? So if you get points on that, you risk losing your F1 licence, don't you?
Not really.
No. So have you been caught speeding?
Not very often. Sometimes, yes, but actually not very often. The good thing is, if you race fast cars on the track, you can go crazy there. You don't have to do it on the normal roads.
Okay. So you've never had a policeman come and go, reckon you're a bit of a race driver then? You go, well, actually, that's never happened to you, no?
Not much, I have to say. I was always quite good on the road. So.
Yeah, so not like Nigel Mansell getting pulled over or anything like that? Then?
Was he? I don't know.
Oh, you didn't hear about that? Yeah. He got pulled over for speeding. And the guy was like, it's Nigel Mansell.
Okay, yeah. But you still had to pay?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We have something in common, by the way. We both met Ayrton Senna.
Ah.
Yeah, yeah. Tell us about when you met him.
Well, I met him 91 at Hockenheimring. I went there just to see the race with my father. We didn't have tickets for the paddock. We just went in. At that time, it was still possible. There was not so much securities and so on. And then I saw Ayrton Senna, and I think he did hear that I said Ayrton Senna, and he came up to me, and I was able to make a picture with him. Yeah. And it was, I think it was a very nice, thing from him just to come up and do that.
Superb.
I was always a big fan of him. He's for sure my hero in Formula One, and he did a great job in motorsport.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's a shame that he gone so early.
Oh, yeah. The Senna Mansell drives are fantastic.
Yeah,
watching those races, awesome stuff. Okay, now I've got to ask you, down the pit lane, who's the guy that likes the burgers the most? There's got to be someone there who likes to bulk up on the old junk food. Come on, tell us who it is.
I used to be Montoya, but he's not here anymore.
No, okay. All right, and out of the current season's drivers, who's the biggest party boy? Is Coulthard? Your old teammate?
No, he's getting married now, no?
Oh, right, so he's calming it down, is he? Is he? Oh, all right. Okay. All right. Well, one thing I've got to ask you, right or left-hand drive in road cars, which is your favourite?
Left-hand drive, for sure.
Automatic or manual?
Manual.
Oh,
it's much more fun to
yeah, loads more fun. And finally, if you had no restrictions on an F1 car, what would be the thing that you'd like to see put back in? 6 wheels like they had with the Lotus, or traction control? What would be the thing which you'd like to put back on?
It would be slick tyres and less aerodynamics. Then we will
to make it more of a race.
To make it more racy. Then we'll see a lot more overtaking, better racing, and that's something what will come next year already.
Thank you very much, Christian.
Thank you very much.
So I understand that you're going to be out on the karts a little bit later.
Of course, a little bit later we do some racing out there.
Yeah, well, see if you can keep up, all right? I mean, it's no shame, there's no shame. Check back soon on Hexas TV for more when Christian will actually be leaving me in his tyre smoke.
Hello, I'm Christian Klien from Austria. I'm the test and reserve driver for BMW Sauber F1 Team, and you are watching Hexas TV.